So Ryan F9 is right. And wrong. Stick around. Hey, this is Chad with BeGoneForGood. We do videos all about adventure motorcycling, from the bikes we ride, the trips we take, tips, tricks, tutorials, everything under the sun when it comes to adventure motorcycling. You'll find it on this channel. Now, today we are going to be talking about Ryan F9's latest video. If you haven't seen it, I've got the link below. Definitely check it out. Hey y'all, first I want to jump in here real quick and let you know that we have created the premier ADV t-shirt shop that you have to visit. I'm wearing one of my favorites right now. Ted Simon is my homeboy. You can't see the whole thing, but trust me, it's an awesome shirt. There's tons of them. Check down below and you can get anything that you want right there. What he talks about in that video is getting rid of the armor that is coming with all of the different jackets and shirts and pants and everything that he has that has armor in it. The CE rated armor that we have, the 1s and 2s, that orange foamy stuff that we have in every jacket that we have, he's getting rid of it. And he says that it's essentially useless because of the ratings that are involved, the tolerances that they allow, and the breaking points for your bones underneath it. Essentially, the only thing that he thinks that it has value for is abrasion resistance, which if you're using an abrasion resistant material, which plenty is out there, there's all sorts of fabrics that allow you to slide for extraordinary distances at extraordinary speeds without scuffing your skin underneath. And if you have that, then the pads are just redundant and clunky and cumbersome and don't do enough value for what you have. Let me tell you a little bit about why he's right. Obviously, he's gone through some of the science in there. You can see the facts, the figures. There are elements that in any crash, especially significant ones, catastrophic crashes, these may not do enough good for you to prevent your body from breaking the exact same way that it would if they weren't there. The slide protection is vitally important and could perhaps be the thing that keeps you from, strafing off skin as you're sliding across the pavement. Great. Fantastic. He's right there. Now, the more important thing, and the thing where I think he kind of gets it wrong a little bit, is that the ratings are for extraordinarily heavy impacts. It's like 50 kilonewtons. It's just a massive impact with only 9 bleeding through, 9 being higher than the 4 that will shatter your bones. So no harm, no foul in a catastrophic accident. But not all accidents are catastrophic. Sometimes you're going to have small fender benders. Sometimes you're going to have just little fallovers. Sometimes you're going to have, just bumping over top of somebody's hood, or 1,000 other incidents that aren't going to pitch you across the pavement at 80 miles an hour. And in those cases, having a little bit of protection there has to be better than no protection at all. There's just no circumstance where this is safer without than with. It's not a possibility. So the question then becomes is, how much safety are you getting for the loss of comfort, flexibility, wearability, all those other things? And when you break it down like that, this becomes the same conversation that we've had 1,000 times about 1,000 other items, whether that's body armor versus a jacket, whether that's textile pants versus leather, whether that's hardcore MX boots over adventure boots or leather shoes. All of these questions are just gradients of safety and comfort. And it's a consideration that we all make. We make this with helmets. We make this with all the gear that we buy. We make this with the gloves that we wear. Everything is that consideration about where you want to put that line between comfort, rideability, and overall safety. And a lot of times that's dollar amounts also, right? We talk about these new airbags being great safety items, but at $700, $500, $600 a pop, maybe that's not accessible for everybody, especially since they're really useful when you have one of those catastrophic accidents, which very rarely happen. So everybody has to make those own considerations for themselves. I think the part where Ryan kind of goes a little bit wrong on this is that, to his credit, he does say that this is just a decision he's made and he's not necessarily advising anybody else to do it. It's just something that he's done. Fantastic. He's 100% right there. It is a consideration that you need to make. In order to do that, I think you need to have all the facts. And those facts are, there is no circumstance, there is not a single circumstance where you are safer without the armor than you are with. There may be plenty of circumstances where you are no safer with it than you would be without it. Fine. But there is no circumstance where you are safer without it than you are with it. So then what you're doing is you're making a judgment call that your comfort is more valuable than that added safety, whatever moderate amount that might be, that your flexibility, that your wearability is more important than whatever safety that might bring to you. And that, I think, is a consideration that maybe commuters are more ready to make. I know that I made this when it came to my change from the jacket to body armor, and I lost some of the abrasion resistance in places that I don't think I needed. I still have it on my elbows, my shoulders, my chest, my back, all that, because the armor covers that as well. But like the inside of my forearm is no longer covered. And if I slide, that's going to burn up. I don't plan on doing that too often, especially in my little commutes. Certainly don't plan on doing it off road with any amount of difficulty there. But that coolness that I was delivered is far more important in that circumstance, because I can ride more comfortably, I can ride without dehydrating, all of those other things. So there's a myriad of factors that are entering into that decision, ultimately to sacrifice a tiny bit of safety for whatever I get on the other side. And I think that is the thing that needs to be pushed along with this video, that if you are going to make this consideration to take out that body armor, what is your net gain on the opposite side? What are you getting out of it that is so valuable that you're willing to lose that little bit of extra safety that you're being granted? If that works for you, great. Do not make that decision just because you trust Ryan F9. I trust Ryan F9. I think he does a great job with all of his videos and the research and explaining that. Fantastic, phenomenal, top shelf always. I take tire recommendations. I take waterproof recommendations, I take oil recommendations, all of that. I love watching his videos for that. This is different. As he says, this is life and death stuff. You have to make your decision here, and you really need to do your own research and understand what you are sacrificing and what you are gaining before you make the choice to pull this stuff out of your gear, especially if it's already in there. If it's a choice between buying it and what level you want to buy, again, that's the same consideration that we make 1,000 other times. If it is about whether or not you're leaving it in, be mindful what you're gaining and what you're losing. That's all I have on the Ryan F9 video. I think this is going to create a massive amount of controversy and ups and downs. I'm guessing his comment section is just blowing up right now, and I think that's fantastic. Every time we have these sort of conversations, I am no stranger to controversy. I love these conversations. I think the ADV market could utilize a lot more of this conversation when it comes to all manners of things that are under conjecture, as far as bike size and safety situations and off-road and all of that stuff. Like, these are great conversations to have, and I applaud Ryan for inviting that conversation on what is otherwise a pretty mainstream and streamlined channel. Great, fantastic. Head over there, definitely drop him a line and thank him for doing something like that, because it is an awesome thing to start. Also, drop me a line if you think I'm off my rocker or should have any contention with this, or if you're going to be in all the gear all the time sort of person like I am routinely, or where you draw that line. Let me know. Thanks for watching. This is Chad with BeGoneForGood. Again, we do videos all about adventure motorcycling, from the bikes we ride, the trips we take, tips, tricks, tutorials, everything under the sun. You'll find it here on this channel. If you like that sort of thing, subscribe down below. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Remember, the adventure starts with you, up here and in here.